What would you say is the best decision of your life? I was 21 and had been with my girlfriend for 3 years. I was madly in love with her, but she was a bit of a wild child. She loved to party and would often get herself into trouble. I was constantly bailing her out of situations and trying to keep her on the straight and narrow. One night, she called me from a party, drunk and crying. She had gotten into a fight with another girl and needed me to come get her. I was exhausted from work and had an early morning the next day, but I went anyway. When I got there, she was a mess. She was covered in bruises and her clothes were torn. I took her home and cleaned her up, but she was still upset. She started yelling at me, saying that I didn't love her and that I was always trying to control her. I tried to calm her down, but she wouldn't listen. She stormed out of the house and drove off in her car. I was terrified. I knew she was too drunk to drive, and I was afraid she would get into an accident. I called her over and over again, but she wouldn't answer. Finally, after what felt like hours, she called me back. She was crying and said that she had crashed her car into a tree. I rushed to the scene and found her sitting on the side of the road, unharmed. The car was totaled, but she was okay. That was the last straw for me. I realized that I couldn't keep putting myself in danger for her. I broke up with her the next day and cut off all contact. It was the hardest thing I've ever done, but it was the best decision I ever made.